My study is about PR flack Frank Luntz and his heavy influence in the healthcare debate. Words frame debates, so children please note, or we'll make a wrong choice and we'll cast a wrong vote. This is my research and I thought it time, and the meaning would be quite clearer in rhyme. Frank Luntz, oh be wary, this guy is quite scary. His purpose is selective, a corporate, very conservative perspective. So going into this talk, let's take some doggerel for a walk. Luntz is the guy who moves frames with words. His focus groups tell him that we move in herds. Inheritance and estate taxes were popular, it seems. So Luntz created death taxes to trouble our dreams. Then Luntz noticed another problem, this one with drilling for oil. Ooh, no. His clients needed pseudonyms, and so he did toil. Exploring for energy sounded much better, so much better. A good editor, of course, puts that one in the shredder. But honest editors are rare, especially on cable. And Luntz's words multiplied very under the table. Of course, Luntz was just golden for the radical right. You'll find him on Fox News, quite a regular sight, night after night. Now, framing, of course, those in communication know this, is research paralysis. Some use it merely to justify a content analysis. But framing it is, despite its abusers. I have others testifying that Luntz, one of its top users. Of course, framing occurs in multiple ways. Its boundaries are loose, and so it sways. Between camps of scholars, it's all quite absurd. Yet most recognize framing, yeah, that can be done with a word or more words. Even healthcare wording makes scholarly journals, and from it we learn some very interesting kernels. The Clintons, it seemed, got diverted to taxes, when affordability word should be what each waxes. Heard that, Hill and Bill? All right. Now, Luntz wrote a memo for all those right-wingers. He did, right out of his workshop. He said, drop all these words, he said, use them as zingers. So I took the Luntz words as connected with health and sought them in transcripts with incredible stealth. LexisNexis. And before anyone mumbles and grumbles and spits, I checked my good sample for spurious hits. Hardly any. So at last we have comparison. Words about the law and Luntz words that stick in any advocate's craw. A comparison group for my Lexis search, I hope. So I found two books. Books that told the law's actual scope. The Democrats didn't have good Luntz words. We had to use neutral words. So we go and we run the analyses. 327 days, 327 days. Why 327 days? Well, it's simple. Equal time periods make comparisons easier. Let's look before, during, and after to see who is sleazier. Who gives information for the consumer who hunts? And who's playing the game with wording from Luntz? Well, early on, the news coverage was slight. Oh, y'all sides we knew were gearing up for a fight. Read across the page, folks, or won't get it right. And even though the healthcare word matches were scant, Fox News stood ready for a Luntzian rant. Oh, were they ready? While the bill was debated, the Luntz memo berated. Fox News never sated, love the noise it created. While most news outlets covered the bill's actual features, Fox News played the Luntz tune to its partisan bleachers. Even after the bill signing, no Republicans were resigning to accept it was law of the land. Instead, they played grand and continued to squeal, voting so often and often and often to repeal. Yet also a rate, and to make matters worse, Luntz's words really did crowd into the debate. Yes, it all seems so obvious. No illusions this shatters, but it got me quoted by Media Matters. Their summary was divine, and they offered great graphics, bar charts much, much better than mine. Yes, they called it socialism. They called it socialism. Even the public option was scrapped. Could it be they really don't like insurance profits being capped? Fox News played the Luntz words clear to even a casual scan. You could hardly tell this was really Mitt Romney's health plan. Bob Dole liked it too, Heritage Foundation once too, but now they shriek Luntz words like parrots at the zoo. It's government takeover, no more, no less. You'll have to go elsewhere to hear about corporate excess. Fox News is the corporate news physician, and that is a disabling, pre-existing condition. My subset of morning news provided more breakdowns. Elected news were those parroting corporate shakedowns. Then a large dose of hosts, guests, pundits brazenly could distort. The least problematic, but least often offered, was the actual newsfield report. Children, oh children, hear me well. Words can sell. Don't get irate. Change the debate. Erase the slate. Don't buy what Frank Luntz is selling. Luntz isn't quitting, so it is quite fitting that you reject his frame. Dig.